see nothing? Oh, there we go. Well, hello everyone. I don't even think anyone's in the chat right now, but I figured I would just do this video as its own video. So I guess it's just sort of a video with no editing. Yes. I'm sitting here in my plant lady hat. I've got my favorite Christmas t-shirt on and my favorite drink. A delicious Ale 81. Kentucky swamp water, if you don't know what that is. But one thing I wanted to talk about today is this comment I received, which may or may not be Amber. I'm really not sure. So I put up a community post a minute ago basically saying that I'm working on a new Amberlynn Reed reaction, right? So just to let people know, like, you know, pretty normal stuff. But let me pull up this comment here. Someone commented and said, oh, hang on, I gotta pull it up. I should have pulled it up beforehand. I'm dumb. So someone commented and said, your talents outstrip the ALR haterverse. Do you really need her dysfunction to raise yourself up? And someone immediately commented and said, Amber, just stop. Just stop. And I was kind of just like, whoa, wait a minute. Is that really that's not Amber, is it? No. Maybe that is Amber. So I commented and I said, no way, is that really Amber? Thank you very much for that compliment. And, well, like it or not, drama content pulls in views. Amberlynn's channel is fueled by drama, so yes, my small channel will benefit pretty significantly from a new Amber reaction. It's not about raising myself up, it's about feeding my family. Also, I will be making more gaming content, music, other reactions, and recipes, plus some random stuff, so stay on the lookout. I thought that was a pretty reasonable response, right? Hey everybody. I didn't even see anybody was here yet. I've just been going. Cats with guns, busy little bee. Hey, Michelle, Julian. Wait, does that say Julian? No, it says that says Julie. Julie Bean. Okay, I see ya. That's all right. I mean, it's not really a big deal. You know, live stream's a live stream. But the main reason I wanted to make this live stream is because of that comment, because I thought that was a reasonable response. But it got me thinking, like, is that Amber? Is that really Amber that said that? Like, your talents outstrip the ALR haterverse? Do you really need her dysfunction to raise yourself up? And it's like, if that is actually Amber, then I'm sorry, Amber. Really, I am. Like, it's not much else to say to that, you know? It's like, I made videos for like, what, 2 years? Oh, Julie Bean! Thank you. Thank you so much for that. $2 from Julie Bean. What a nice lady. Thank you. So yeah, I was just thinking, like, I made videos for 2 years on the Homegrown Haven Farm channel. That's my other channel. That's all about, like, gardening and living sustainably and, like, you know, doing that kind of stuff. And the videos sometimes got a few views. Like, I've got a video about making compost that has, like, 11,000 views or something like that, and that is astounding. That is crazy that I made a video about making compost in gardening and it pulled 11,000 views. But that was a one-off, you know? It's like all the other videos on the channel weren't doing super well, so I was like, I gotta try something different to you know, I gotta do something else because this just wasn't working. You know, because I'm trying to like make YouTube an actual career, and that's pretty difficult to do. uh, I'm sure anyone who's ever tried that knows like it's really really difficult to do. By the way, is the sound okay? It looks like it's doing okay, but just let me know if it sounds terrible. Um, yeah. So yeah, basically, after 2 years of making videos about gardening and trying to like be an altruist and like do videos that people can improve their lives from and like just be completely positive about everything, it just wasn't working. Like you receive nothing back from that. And eventually that takes a fucking toll on you, you know? Like when you're trying your best to like put yourself out there and do something good and you get nothing. You get virtually nothing. Like so I was like, I gotta do something different. So I made another channel called you know, I can't even remember the name of it now. It was called Tyleranical. That's right. Tyleranical. That's the name of the channel. It's still up there. It's got a few videos, but it was mostly just like skits and stupid stuff like that. There's a video where I'm fixing my dryer and I'm talking like the Firestone Auto guy. I'm like, come on down to Firestone Dryer Repair. We'll fix up that dryer no time flat. I thought it was pretty funny, but I started doing videos for that channel. That didn't work. It didn't seem like anything was working, so I was like, okay, what the hell's going on? And then it was almost like it just sort of happened. Like YouTube just introduced Amberlynn to me, and I was like, who is this woman? What's going on here? And for me, like someone who's into like health and fitness, it was like you see this person who's constantly trying their best, well, trying their best, and it just doesn't work out for them. And at first you feel really bad, but then you sort of feel like then you don't feel bad, and you start feeling like, all right, if nothing else is working, then you just need to be told, like, you gotta fucking do this. You gotta get up, you gotta move, you gotta do this. And that's kind of where my channel came in, you know? It's like, also, I really didn't like the fact that she kind of deceives people with her weight loss routine. It's just, I just don't like that. But I guess I just wanted to get on here, and because of that comment, I just felt a little bad, you know? It's like, there's your reaction right there. It's like, I feel kind of bad. Hey, Lewis. Good to see you on here. For everyone that doesn't know, Lewis is one of my biggest supporters, and I love him. But yeah, so I don't know. I just felt kind of bad, and I wanted to make a video where I'm just like, Amber, I'm sorry, but the main reason why I started this channel is because the other things I was doing on YouTube just weren't working. And lo and behold, I started a channel about this, and it worked. Like, it worked beautifully, like really well. And I was like, just blown away at the success of the channel, actually. And I do want to thank everyone who's here and everyone who's ever supported me or watched any of my videos. It's really crazy, you know? It's crazy to me. Because this is like nonsense. like this drama is nonsense. Like, but I love it. I fucking eat this shit up every day. I'm like, what's new with Foodie? What's Amber gotten herself into now? But I don't know. It's I guess it just kind of works for me, you know? I guess I just wanted to say sorry to Amber and explain that this channel is so that I can feed my family. It really is like that, you know? I don't make a lot of money. I feel like I'm exposing myself right now. But that's pretty much it there. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is some real tea, you guys. This is some real. This is some spilling the tea right here. I'm not even kidding. Lily probably would not want me to talk about this. In fact, I'm pretty sure she advised me not to talk about this. But I gotta tell you guys what happened. So, I had a little bit of an altercation with my neighbor. And when I say altercation, I mean he barged into my house and I had to force him to leave. It was an occurrence. Let me explain. So, last night, making dinner, and, we got Clove up, and we're feeding her, like, potatoes or something, and I was basically, like, just finishing up. I was finishing up dinner, because, I'm mostly the one who cooks around the house. Last night I was making some baked pasta, and side salad. Just, simple stuff. And Lily was vacuuming. And, it was a little late. Hey, Dangling. Charles. Good to see you, brother. It was, it was a little late. Lily was vacuuming. Maybe it's like 11:30 or something like that. So it was a little late. I do live in a duplex. But she's done that a bunch of times. I really didn't think anything of it. Like, really, it's like she's vacuumed late at night, like, all the time. And sometimes they vacuum over there, and I really don't hear anything. So I didn't think anything of it. And then I'm getting the dinner ready, and all of a sudden I just hear, like, at the door, like, loudly. Hey! Oh! Charlie. Well, this was a good idea to do this live stream. Shit. Thanks so much, you guys. Okay. All right. So back to, dude, you don't understand. Well, I guess you do understand. You have kids. Man, $10 is $10. Thank you. So, all right, back to my story. All right. So, I'm getting my all right, y'all. All right, I need to keep going with my story. y'all are fucking gonna make me cry. So, I'm pulling the baked pasta out of the oven, and all of a sudden I hear this banging on the door, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And keep in mind, this is not the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time that I've had to deal with my neighbor coming over and being a nuisance. And just to explain, guys, I don't know what to do about this. Well, Lily's gonna be happy. I tell you what. Well, this is not the first time I've had to deal with my neighbor being crazy. So he's an alcoholic. I'm just gonna explain that. He's an alcoholic, and he also is not my main neighbor who, like, pays the rent over there. It's actually her brother. He came to live with her whenever their mom died, and that's kind of the story with them. So I don't want to bother them. It's a pretty deep thing. Like, it's not my business, right? So, like, I really just try not to get too upset about that kind of thing. But this was the third time that he's come over, and every time he comes over like that, he complains about something, and he's really drunk. And this time he came over, and he was like, it was pretty bad. So he bangs on the door. I open the door, and I'm just like, hey. And he's like, he immediately just goes, can I come in? And I was like, very reluctantly was like, if you want to. And he immediately just, like, and then closes the door behind him. And I was just like, ooh, I don't like this. Ooh, that was a mistake. And I tell you what, that was a mistake. That was the that was the mistake that I made with that. Oh, my adrenaline's going up just thinking about this. So he just barges into my house and closes the door behind him, and then he's just like, he begins to like slur. Now, are you using that grinder? You gotta stop using that grinder. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that what you're thinking of is the vacuum. And he immediately just goes like, and this is like verbatim what happened. And during this time, I'm like trying to wash a fucking dish. And he immediately says to my vacuum comment, he says, pretty sure that's not the vacuum. And I just go like, okay, I'm making dinner right now for my family. I need you to leave, please. And I go over, open the door behind him, and I just go, please. And then he doesn't leave. He doesn't leave. He turns back to me, and he goes like, you need to keep your shit down. And I just interrupt him, and I'm just like, I'm making dinner, please. And he just does that whole like, fine. And walks out the door, and I fucking slammed that shit behind him. Oh my god, dude, I've never in my life had anything like that happen. Ever. My adrenaline was through the roof. I was like, I'm gonna call the landlord. I'm gonna call the police. I didn't do any of those things. I fucking sat down for a while and let it go, because that is what adults do. But good lord, I was just like, how can you act like that? This man is like in his 60s, like easily in his 60s. And I was just like, dude, I gotta be the mature one here, because you're walking in my house like super aggressive. He was like in my face too, and that's my story. That's my story, basically. I spent about, and I had just gotten dinner ready, right? So I hadn't eaten, so I was already like fucking irritable. I had just gotten dinner ready, and this guy walks in, and I was just like, I literally, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation like that, where you're hungry and then your adrenaline goes up, but you all of a sudden are not hungry. And I didn't eat for like a solid hour after that. Even though the food was ready, like steaming ready, like right there. Lily and Clove went ahead and ate, but I was just like, you know, sending texts, and I had to just talk to somebody about it. But you know, oh, that's life sometimes, man. And that's not even to do with like where I live, or like I live in some rundown area of town. It's nothing like that. It's just happens sometimes, dude, you know? Busy little bee. You know the thing about that, Tyler is not the type to raise his voice. That's not how it used to be. I used to go off on people and be extremely angry, and you learn over time that gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere, and you have to be able to control that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, even in some of my videos, whenever I'm like irritable, like the one where she was giving to homeless people, I was going off on that video. I turned into K-Rants, and you know, I don't know, it's my whole thing is balance. My whole life that I represent myself, like I try to follow the balance of life. Like, you can't really go too hard on one thing, because you can lose yourself in it, and that whole song and dance, I don't know. I don't want to get too philosophical on it, but you know, that was I really just had to make a video about this. No editing for this one, I guess, but I am working on that new Amberlynn Reed reaction. I still have to do the horse girl stuff, and best believe we're going to be talking about the Amberlynn Reed versus horse girls situation type deal, because I don't know if you know, I live about 9 miles from Amberlynn Reed in the heart of Lexington, Kentucky. My family owns retired racehorses. They love to be ridden. And these newest comments that she's saying, where she's like, horses are uncomfortable to be ridden. It's just like, are you a horse? Are you a horse, Amber? Oh, but we'll get to that later, man. Honestly, I need to get back to work. I have a limited time while Clover is sleeping that I really need to like do editing and stuff like that. I also, if you didn't know, I also make videos for my church. That's a weekly thing that I do that I get paid for outside of YouTube, and it helps tremendously. But yeah, that's something I have to do tonight, so I need to get back to work, you guys. That was my story time. That was my, I'm sorry, Amberlynn, but I kind of need to make these videos in order to feed my family. And that's it. I mean, I do want to say, like, thank you very much, everyone, for all the, chats and the super chats. Damn, y'all. Is that Jimmy Bunker? Well, dang. all the cool cats are here. Shit. What's happening right now? This is a cool live stream. We got Jimmy Bunker. We got Dangling Ankle. This is fun. Alright, well, guys, I need to get back to work. Venus. Now Apathetic Facts is here. What the fuck? This is the greatest day. This is the... Y'all. Oh my god. What next thing is gonna be fucking Amberlynn shows up. Where's Amberlynn? Do I end the live stream now that everyone's here? Crap, what do I do? Shit, I gotta do something. Oh, I have to end the live stream, you guys. I have to turn it off. I have to edit. I've got editing to do. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I might actually make more money if I stay doing a live stream. Charlie, quick. Charlie, quick, go live. Talk about horses. Talk about horses. Okay. I can talk about horses for a sec. Alright. What horses do I own? Well, I don't own any horses. Let's get that straight. My dad owns horses. I was never really into horses that much. Mr. Snowflake is here. What the hell is going on? Hope you're okay. Dude, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good. What's happening? I gotta text Lily or something. Hang on a second. I'll continue with my horses. Lily, I'm on stream with the legends. There you go. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Lily, I'm on stream with the legends. She's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a baseball team here called the Lexington Legends, and she's gonna be like, are you talking about baseball? What are you talking about? Okay, horses. Horses. My family owns 2 horses. It's just 2 horses. But they are retired race horses. My dad was always into horses and kind of just being on the farm. That was what he was always into. It's funny because I never was into it. If you don't know, Lexington, Kentucky is known as the horse capital of the world. which is what is so ironic about Amberlynn saying that she just hates horses and thinks that horse riding is so bad. It's like, you live in the horse capital of the world, girl. Move. Move away. But dude, let me just tell you a little bit about horses. Having been around them for a little while, it's something you kind of get used to. Let me tell you a little bit about horses. They are smarter than your average creature. It's not like a dog or a cat, or it's nothing like a dog or a cat. I thought it was really funny that Amber referred to the horses as the poor babies. It's just obvious that she's never been around a horse. One thing about horses is they will kill you. They will knock you unconscious in a second. Trust me. I've never gotten hit by one, thank God, but there was a close call once, actually. The horses that we own are a racehorse mom and son. So the mom's name is Bella. She was actually like a racehorse with lineage. She won several races, and then my dad purchased her to breed her, basically. And then that was how we got the second horse, which is called Ransom. And the reason why he's called Ransom is because he's fucking crazy. Crazy. I watched this horse being born. Horses stand up within like a matter of hours. Sometimes it can be less than that. Dude, it was it was quite a sight to behold, actually. It's like a miracle, really, to see a horse being born. But if you've never seen that or participated in that, what actually happens is basically like a horse it takes a long time to do that. So what we did was we basically just like surrounded the horse pen and just sort of watched it happen and made sure that nothing bad was happening. The horse will stand up like within a matter of hours. I'm pretty sure it might be less than that. I'd have to look it up. But one thing that we always do, that we've always done throughout the years, because my dad just owned them and always had them sort of over there on the side, was we always had to feed the horses. It was always a task to like go and feed the horses, right? So like, my mom would have to do it a lot of the time, and she would complain a bunch. She'd be like, I gotta go feed these damn horses. They're your dad's. They're your dad's horses. That's what she would always do. But it was, sometimes it's like, it's a really nice time, honestly. I miss doing it. You go out to the farm where they're at, and it's really nice and quiet, and you just go out there and feed a bunch of animals. And the animals are all just like, you got some food for me? They're happy as hell to see you. Like, I don't know, it's a nice, very pleasurable time to feed animals and just be one with nature for a little while. I'm sure other people understand that. But there was one time where I went to go feed Ransom and Bella and the rest of the horses that were out there. There was like 10 or 12, honestly. And one thing I had to do was let Ransom, who was very young at the time, I had to let him out of this pasture over here, and I had to open the gate into the main, like, I guess you'd call it like a hallway. It wasn't a hallway. It's just like two fences in a long line. So I had to open the gate and let him come out, and then move this way to an open pasture over here. And basically I opened the gate, and he came out, and he was just like standing there. He's just like, no, I don't think he like knew what to do. Probably because he was just really young and he was like scared. So I had to like sort of usher him the right way to go. I was like, all right, can you just, I was like, come on this way, let's go. doing all the horse crap, and he's just not moving, right? So I have to like keep approaching him and getting closer, and eventually I'm like, I'm gonna have to get behind this horse and fucking scare him into moving into the new pasture. He has to get out there somehow, and like, oh my gosh! Eventually I got closer and closer and closer, and I was just like, come on, come on, come on, and I was like intensifying my actions, and then at one point he fucking snapped. He he fucking bolted at me, and the scariest fucking moment, dude. Like, I didn't have to like dodge out of the way or anything, but I did have to move. Like, this horse would have ran me the fuck down if I didn't move. And I don't know, that was just an experience, It's like you go through that and you understand for the rest of your life that those horses are not to be trifled with. They are not poor babies. That's my horse story. Well, yeah, my family has had these horses for a long time. Like my dad's had them since I was like in 7th grade. I don't know where I missed a super chat. No, I didn't. Would you ever mount a horse? Believe it or not, yes, and I have ridden a horse before. Actually, if you don't know, I am small. I'm a very small person. I'm like 130 pounds. Like, it's actually very, very difficult for me to gain weight. Let me just do a T-pose. Pillows. I'm gonna trip and eat shit. Yeah, so I'm like a really small person. I'm only like 5'3", and that's being fucking generous. but the thing is, like, around here, jockeys, I don't know if you know this, jockeys who ride horses for a living have to be smaller than me, even smaller than me. Like, so the thing was, I actually looked into that as being a job, like, because I was like, I'm small, I live in Kentucky, I'm right next to Keeneland over here. Keeneland is a place with, it's a horse track. They train horses and do races all the time. Y'all are funny. But yeah, I looked into that as being my job, and they actually told me, like, you're not short enough. They told me to F off. And like, one thing they did tell me was that if I wasn't a jockey, that I could be a trainer. Like, so imagine like Goku wearing his thank you, Nicole. Hang on, I'll read it. Imagine Goku wearing the weights, the extra weights, while he's training in the hyperbolic time chamber. I would be the weights on the horse while they train. And then once they get in the actual race, they get the jockey on them, and it's like 10 pounds less, and the horse is just like, and then they run like their fucking heart depends on it, and sometimes their heart explodes in a race, and that's the end of that. Anyway, have you ever wondered about crossing paths with either Amber or Jade? Absolutely. Absolutely, and I think about it all the time now. So, we actually live on opposite sides of town, which is, it's really actually telling of how much money she spends, because I don't live on that side of town because it's really expensive. That luxury apartment is like twice as expensive as what I what I got here, like it's just not worth it. Straight up, you know. Um, I haven't. I don't think I've crossed paths with her, but it could be. It could be. I don't know. Um, there was a rumor a while back that who's leaving? Who's leaving? Who's leaving? Cats with guns. This chat is great. I've never had a stream like this. This is the greatest chat. Um, I would be more. I think I would probably run into Jade if I was gonna run into anybody. There was a rumor a while back that she was working at McDonald's, and somebody asked me. Somebody was like, "Can you confirm whether or not the McDonald's rumor is true, Commander?" And I was like, I was like, I'll see. And I don't think there was any real truth to it. I was like looking at that McDonald's picture, like, all right, I know the McDonald's is around here. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went a little bit internet sleuth on it for a sec. I was like, is that a McDonald's in my town? So I went and I like looked at the background, like, of the McDonald's. I was like looking at the architecture of the McDonald's, like the interior design, and I was like, all right, let's try and match this. Let's try and cross match this to the 5 or 6 McDonald's that are around Lexington right now. And I could not find a match. I went total internet sleuth for a little while over a stupid comment like that. And I could not find a match, so I cannot confirm that Jade works at McDonald's. Dangling ankle. I saw a woman at my local Dollar General store that had the exact fat profile of ALR, but like 200 pounds less. I almost died of happiness. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is a good chat. This is a good stream. This is a good stream. I'm gonna do this more often. I mean, I don't know how many horse stories I can do. I've got some stories though. Let's see. Did you know? Let's continue. Let's just continue. Did you know that I used to be the vocalist of a deathcore band? That's right. Not hardcore or like rock and roll. It was a deathcore band, like death metal. That was me, the guy who screams and, does all that. I'm sure if you've heard the song I wrote, Becky. It's literally called Becky. It's about Becky. That one's got some screams in it. Dude, I cannot do anything like that right now because I got a baby sleeping. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, unfortunately, the band sort of dissolved basically over the pandemic. I had a kid, and then my drummer had a kid, and then my drummer and my guitarist got into a big fight, and it was just this stupid drama bullshit. But it does kind of weigh on me a little bit because we were good, we had potential. Yeah, that's sad. I do miss my guitarist and Ethan. Ethan, my computer specialist best friend who I work with sometimes. He was my bassist. He's actually pretty good at playing bass guitar, and he's a fucking computer whiz. So, imagine that. But yeah, dude, I used to have a deathcore band back in high school. Oh yeah, dude. If I start singing or like doing some stuff, my drunk neighbor's gonna be like, I hear that rap music of yours. That was one thing I didn't mention. Every time he's come over, he's mentioned loud rap music, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not playing loud rap music over here. Like, maybe there's a little bit of music, but like, what are you talking about? And why would you complain about that? It's like, You just sound like an old fool, straight up. But that's enough about that, dude. Enough about that old fool. He is so fun. He is so fun. Alright, for those of you that don't know, I am drinking L8. The best drink ever made. I'm pretty sure it's only available around Kentucky and Indiana and places like that. Also, I think that the company just got bought out by Coke. I'm running out of stories, y'all. I'm running out of stories. But honestly, Charlie, Dangling Ankle, made an excellent point that this live stream has generated like more money, more revenue than like the video I was making. I guarantee you this live stream has generated more money than the video I was making. It's crazy. That's fucking insane. Like, I never had a live stream like that. Yeah, I'm at, you know what, I'm not at $70. I'm at 69. I'm sorry. Y'all are all in the chat, but I'm just in my living room alone, so. Lewis H., you guys have to realize I'm going to the U.S. for the first time in March. It's New York City. What are some distinctly American things I can try? Hot dogs. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, hot dogs. Oh, Z Chili's, Linda Ann, thank you. Y'all are great. That's excellent. Yeah, I think the most American thing I can think of is hot dogs. Or, and this is a weird thing that I don't think a lot of people think about, Americanized versions of things. So that pizza place I was talking about like a while back, there's this pizza place in my town called Smashing Tomato. It's excellent, really good. They make their own dough. They use a wood-fired oven. Their lasagna's fucking great, and but I didn't actually realize this. They're supposed to be like certified authentic Italian or whatever, and I always thought that was really weird because I always thought that isn't a pizza place just in general Italian, and no, to be perfectly honest, that's just not the case. Apathetic 20, dude. Thank you. I'm gonna, dude. I just hit $99. Holy shit. I'm good. I'm good. What was I talking about? Something about Jesus Christ. I have totally forgotten what I was talking about. Oh my god. Oh. Well, I don't know about that. 100. Jeez, y'all. I totally forgot the story I was talking about. I feel like a dummy for. Feel stupid for that, but guys, show legs. Actually, you know what? I could talk about health. Why don't we talk about health for a second? This is actually a good, interesting topic. Let's talk about health. I don't have the greatest health. It's not the worst health in the world, but it is kind of limited by like certain things about me, you know? And one of those things that's like incredible, and why I started YouTube, is a bone disease that I have. So I can't even remember the name of it because it's like, it's ridiculous. It's like multiple exostosis or something like that. And basically what happens is I have bone growths um, that just pop up around my joints, and they cause like pretty extreme pain, like sometimes pretty bad. And it prevents me from doing like normal work. So I try my best to like stay away from typical 9 to 5s because it can like wear me down pretty bad. Um, and then especially like at a job like woodworking, I loved that job. I really did like that job. Um, and I still talk to my boss Doug like every so often. But multiple exostosis. It's about bone growth. Sclerosis is a whole different thing. Um, I still talk to my boss Doug over there, but I don't really work there anymore. Uh, because I just kept getting injured. Like I kept sustaining like small injuries, and I was like, this is just not. I just can't keep doing this, you know. So the YouTube has always been my focus as like an at-home job that I can do, because it fits in with my personality anyway. I like gardening. I like cooking for my family. I like I like playing video games, you know, like, and it doesn't really bother me that much to like stay at home. So I have extra I have extra sympathy bones. I do. I have to get them removed sometimes. um, but let me show you. Here you go. So let me point the light a little bit. Oh God, look how bad I look. You see that right there? That is a very large surgery scar that I had to have a bone spur removed from my arm. I have another one right here, and this one's pretty big. This one runs from here all the way up my wrist. This one was bad, and the reason why I had to get that one removed is because the bones in my wrist had actually fused together, and I was stuck with my wrist unable to turn. It, you know that scene from Zoolander where he's like, "I can't turn left." Well, my wrist couldn't turn left. I could I couldn't fucking move my wrist. Like this is what I could not do. I can do it now because I got the surgery. But these bones had fused together, and it's weird because I'm actually a rare person who these bones in my arm now are just loose. Like they're just free floating in there. And normally you have like some cartilage or something that connects those and prevents them from like, I don't know, clacking together. Huh. Huh. Yeah, it's not a good thought or feeling. But that is just something that I've had to deal with my whole life. There's also another one on my leg right here that I had to get removed, and this one was the worst one ever. It actually prevented me from walking sometimes. And I guess I can, well, I guess I can show you this one. You guys want to see? You guys want to see? Or show my legs, or not? Of course, the first comment is take it off. All right. This is the only real like bone spur that I have left. So you can see it right there. It's can you see that? Oh, there we go. Yes, I wear black socks. I look like a businessman. Yeah, that's basically it. It's just solid bone. Like nothing really to report there. That's actually one of the ones that doesn't cause me pain because it's far enough away from a joint to where it doesn't affect the motion, you know. But yeah, them's my bones. And that is why I favor the career of sitting down. But dude, I'm not about to let that shit limit my life, or do anything like that that would potentially like, I don't know, What does it feel like when I walk? Fine. Normal. like the thing is, like, it's one of those things that it will cause me pain totally randomly. They seem to just sort of lock up sometimes, almost. Like, there's one that's kind of popping up on the outside of my knee, and it's kind of like affecting me whenever I sleep, because I sleep on my side, and it feels like it's just like something poking at my knee. It's just uncomfortable, you know. It doesn't really hurt that much. It's just like uncomfortable, you know. And I think that's what's so shitty about it, you know. It's like it's not enough to do something like get disability, you know. And I just wouldn't feel right about that either. Like, you know, how would you feel if you have something wrong with you like this, and you had access to, like, maybe pulling disability from it, you know, like taking money from the government essentially and your fellow taxpayers, but, you know, it's like it doesn't limit me that much to where I consider that, like, what I want to do, you know. Like, I just don't. That's just not me, you know. I don't know. All right. I feel like I'm doing some stupid shit right now. Anyway, have you ever tried an N64 emulator? Would be cool to see you play Banjo or Conkers or something. I have tried an N64 emulator. Lewis, I was explaining to you in a message that my Steam account for a long time, I just didn't. All right, dangling. All right, dangling. All right, dangling ankle. All right, Charlie. Good to see you in here, man, and thank you for your wondrous donations. It's fucking incredible. So basically, my Steam account was, and I'll see you again. My Steam account was really old, and I made it like back in 2016, and it was on that old laptop that I had, right? Like, not the Dell business class laptop, but the like an older one. It was like an old Toshiba crap top, we'll call it, and it couldn't run anything. The main thing it could run was like Command and Conquer, and I would try and run Command and Conquer on it, and like maybe Spore, and it ran those painfully slow, but I still had fun playing them because I was in like fucking 9th grade, and I was like, computer games. But the computer that I had here, one of the one things that it could do was run that N64 emulator. And my brother had like a laptop. My brother's like 4 years older than me, and he's always been like the more successful one in the family whenever it comes to like money and stuff. It's just because he's older. So like he had like a better laptop than me, and he was running like a Sega emulator and an N64 emulator, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, this is fucking cool. You know, all the ROMs are free online." I don't know why I'm making him sound like a total bro. But he told me about it. Rye, thank you very much. I'm not even seeing these sometimes. And Amy, thank you. I will continue to wear the plant lady hat. But yeah, my brother had the cool laptop, and he encouraged me to get the N64 emulator. And back then, I'm pretty sure there were more ROM websites like that had more games available. And I used to play the hell out of that. I used to do those all the time. I used to do Star Fox 64. For the record, favorite game of all time is Star Fox 64. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one. I fucking love Star Fox. I think it's so cool, and there's like lessons to learn to live your life by in that game. Oh no, sir. We prefer to do things our own way. Hell yeah. But, yeah, I would play the hell out of the N64 emulator. I would use, I would actually take my PS3 controller and through a third-party app on my PC, I would be able to, like, input some code and use the PS3 controller on my computer to play N64 emulated games. Like, dude, I like to think I was pretty smart about my very limited hardware options. Yeah, dude, I used to do that all the time. But as far as like doing an emulator on the channel, I might do that. But oh my gosh, Linda. Broke my back last June. It's been rough. Tried for a little help from the government. After working my whole life up to 62 years, I was denied everything. Yeah, man, I hate to hear stuff like that. Unfortunately, America right now is just, I mean, not even right now. It kind of always has been just like a first come, first serve. Look out for yourself. Whole country. It actually really bothers me sometimes. And the best thing that you can do to like help with that situation is just try and warn people, you know. But sometimes that's just shit that happens. Linda, if I make more money, I'm gonna donate it to you. Damn. All right. N64 emulator. I would probably do that on the channel. But I did get this, I have an Elgato. I have an Elgato somewhere. Yeah. Here's right here. So I have this Elgato gaming capture thing, that I got years ago, and I think I tried to use it to record, like, PlayStation or something, and it was like, my computer could not handle it. It was like 2 HD, and it was just like a failed thing. But I think I could use it to capture N64. To capture N64 gameplay. And I tell you what, man. Right over there. Right down the road is a whole collection of N64 games and Sega Genesis games. Yeah, Sega Genesis. And it still works. And dude, fuck yeah, I got a classic N64. You know what's funny? I had an N64 for a long time and then sort of like lost parts of it. And then whenever me and Lily got together, she had the extra parts. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that like so appropriate that Lily had the rest of it? Like, so now we've got the N64 working again with like our combined game collection, which consists of like Super Mario 64, Dr. Mario, Tetris, fucking Star Fox. The list goes forever. We have more Nintendo games than we have like any other thing. Well, I guess except for PS4. I tell you what, man, I've wasted more money on PS4 games. Yeah, that's great story for the kids. Tell you what, man. Now that I have a kid, I really cannot wait for her to be just like a little bit older, so that she can like experience some of the games that I loved whenever I was a kid. Like, we are gonna have a whole time playing Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Like, we are gonna have a whole time playing Majora's Mask. And like, she's just not at that age yet where she understands like what's going on, but she's at this age where she's starting to like respond to things, and I can tell her like, go get your blanket, and she actually knows like what that is, and I'm just like, I don't know, but it's just something that you kind of go through being a parent. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of people that are just like, shut the fuck up. But man, I really like my kid. I like just hanging out with my kids. My kid. Man. I don't know, she's something else. She does this, she has a whole personality now, and that wasn't a thing before. Makes me want to cry sometimes. From Teresa. You are my favorite horse girl and plant lady. Glad I caught some of the stream, and thanks for sharing some of your life deets with us. Precious! You're welcome, y'all. Like, honestly, there was only 2 things I wanted to talk about in this stream. That comment and my drunk-ass neighbor. Mostly my drunk-ass neighbor. I really wanted to talk about that, because that was intense. But this has been the best stream I've ever done. This is literally the best stream I've ever done. I'm going to start doing these every Saturday. Shit. But I guess we're kind of winding down here. I really am just like running out of ideas. Oh my god, someone is blasting music. Can y'all hear that? Damn. All right, I really should like just probably end it. It's almost time for Clove to be awake again, and I probably should get back to work. Y'all are probably the best audience a person could ask for. That was literally the most incredible live stream that I've ever done. I mean, at one point we had apathetic facts in here. We had Mr. Snowflake and Jimmy Bunker, dangling ankle. What a night. What a day. The only person we were missing was Amberlynn Reed. I mean, that was so cool. All right. I'm going to end this stream on a happy note and just be like, damn, thank you. Thank you very much. And I got to get back to work. So I guess we're going to, I guess we never really formally went into the Amberverse, but I'll say that we're teleporting out of the Amberverse. I'd like to thank everyone for watching this special live stream of You Guys Have to Realize, which was incredible for me. And look forward to my next video. I'm working on an Amberlynn Reed reaction. There will be a return of Noble Lynn. That's right. It's been too many Instagram Q&As for there not to be a return of Noble Lynn. Thanks very much for watching this live stream, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, get teleported on out of here. See you guys later.